What's up, friends? It's Sunday afternoon. I'm about to impulsively quit my no drinking challenge. Actually, not impulsive. Like, I'm not about to drink right now. Let me find a place to set this down. But I'm just about to quit it right now because I don't think it makes sense. And here's why. The point was to be more productive in business because I thought I was like losing my memory and getting dumber, to increase my ability to initiate and like hang out with girls sober and not rely on alcohol as a crutch. And there was maybe like 1 to 2% of it I was interested to see what would happen physically, because I've obviously made gains and been able to stay lean for many years while I was drinking aggressively, and I wanted to see what would happen not drinking. Like a very that was one of the lower priority reasons for the experiment. I began in the beginning of August. It is now almost the beginning of March. I think it's like this spring fevery 60-degree day chilling up on the deck where I was just like, man, I could really like go for some drinks right now, that like got me feeling like this. And when I reflect back, today's the first day I've felt better. I've had the flu for literally this is the 5th day. So for 4 days I was in bed. For 1 day I felt like crap, and then I was like on the mend, which was yesterday, and now I'm doing like a little bit better and getting into emails and like getting back on top of my shit, but I literally got nothing done. I've gotten the flu twice in this 7-month window, and I never get sick, so that's annoying. I don't think I'm getting smarter. Yes, my business has grown, but like my business grew when I was drinking too, so like I don't think it grew necessarily at a faster rate, and it depends on what metric we're using, like website traffic or revenue or like whatever. It grew when I was drinking. It's growing, or it grew when I was drinking. It's growing when I'm not drinking, and I don't really care about growing my business any further. Initiating with girls, I probably, in the last 6 months, I've probably hooked up with, I've been on, how many dates have I been on? How like classily can I put this? I'm not trying to have monogamous relationships, by the way. I've probably been on 15 to 18 first dates, and then like girls I've met out, and very quickly became comfortable. Remember early on, or like if you go back in the vlogs, you'll hear me talk about like initiating like you're a junior in high school, or at least for me, for some people it was like 7th grade when they were like grabbing boobs and making out and shit, and I wasn't on that level. I was playing Risk with Chapin Milton and Paul Larson and terrified of girls. I talked many months back when I first started it about like initiating sober and how it was nostalgic for me and actually kind of fun, but beyond that, it hasn't been an issue. It hasn't been like, alcohol hasn't prevented me from missed opportunities with women. It just became the new normal. Not drinking was the new normal. I think there's actually something interesting to that. Like, if I behaved like the fact that I didn't drink was weird, maybe it would have been weird, but I didn't. I behaved like eating ice cream was the most normal thing in the world, because it is, and that's just how it was. So I am quitting, so I'm a quitter. I don't want to be a quitter, but then part of me does want to be a quitter. Like, I'll quit on books a few chapters in. If I think they suck, I'll quit on ideas. It's not like I gave up after 3 weeks. I was gonna go 11 months. I still might go the 11 months, but I'm just putting this out there that like I really want to drink. Like, I think country music plus super nice weather outside plus the upside, like I didn't get super smart. I still feel like I forget shit all the time. I still feel like I am gonna die of Alzheimer's at like 41 years old, and like my brain is deteriorating. I still have like all those same concerns I had before. I've gotten sick multiple times not drinking. I actually think stress is higher. I think like partying or like nights out where you drink and just let everything go, I think that's actually like reduces stress, or at least for me in the long run. I think I probably had less fun during, not probably, I had less fun during this period of time where I didn't drink. And I didn't, like, I put on a little bit of size, but my physique didn't dramatically change. Right now I haven't lifted in 5 days because I had the flu, so I have no residual pump, but like, my physique hasn't changed that much. I haven't gotten that much stronger. It's just time. It's time to get back on the booze train. So that's the update. That's all I got.
By the way, I have not updated you guys on this. I did drink. I had 3 beers by myself after, like, I just couldn't shake the flu. I was on day 5 of the flu, and it was after I had shot the video where I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna make the decision not to drink. And I was just like, fuck it, maybe some beers. I remember this kid, Stu Bickle, who was, he might be, I think he's still playing hockey. He's a big fighter in, back in like Minnesota, and went to the University of Minnesota. I played against him in high school. He's also a really good friend of a friend of mine, and kind of a friend of mine by extension. But I remember when he said, I was like studying for the CPA back in the day. I was 22, 23 years old, and everyone was going out, and I was just very focused and determined, and I had to study. And like, I played Mario Kart with everyone at the pre-bar, but I didn't drink. And then when they went out, I stayed in. He pulled me aside. He's like, Mike, just this big, jacked, like attractive NHL dude. He's like, Mike, sometimes you just gotta have a 6-pack to shake off the dust. And I remember thinking at the time, I was like, yeah, whatever, like, I gotta study. He's like, sometimes before big games, the night before, I'll just stay in and have a 6-pack and kick off the dust. And so I was thinking this when I had the flu. I was like, why don't I feel better? Why won't this go away? I was like, you know what? Maybe I should kick off the dust. So I went and bought some IPAs and some Bud Light Limes, and I didn't have 6. I just had 3, which had me a little buzzed. But I'm back, 7 months sober. It was a good experiment. I'm glad I did it, but I'm back.